Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'll be turning specifically someone who is online into an actual online business owner who is currently not doing it. So completely changing not only their account, but their life through this online business. And this exact system is, pretty simple, but there is a few things you have to enable and things you have to do right to be able to get to those amounts, right? A lot of people believe that it's pretty easy if you have an audience just to, create something and make money, but it's actually pretty complicated. There's a lot of systems that go into it to be able to have it successfully because there's people that, kind of do it without the wrong systems and don't get to the really good revenue months, and there's people who just have the actual business side of things covered, all the right systems in place, and they're the actual one who are actually able to make a lot of money. So I want to turn specifically this guy Orleki into a 25K per month online business owner with his account that he's currently having on multiple platforms, right? So this is exactly what I want to show you. And again, all the systems that you really need or he really needs to be able to really make money with it is going to be showed in this video. So four things we're going to cover: account and market analysis, so seeing what other people are doing, seeing his account, his situation, and what is the actual best game plan for him to do to be able to do the actions to make a lot of money. Offer creation and ideation, so actually coming up with the offer. What is he actually going to sell? Just as you can see right here, is not he doesn't even have a link in bio, so he's not making really anything through that. So a few things I'm gonna definitely tell him to do. And the platforms and funnels, so how to actually host it, how to have all the right funnels and systems to be able to convert people in and buy his product or whatever he's going to sell. I'm going to show you what that exactly looks like. And the marketing scaling, probably one of the most important things. How do you actually market it? How do you get people interested? How do you scale the whole operation? So everything you need to be able to scale beyond 25K. But in this, kind of video, I'm just going to show you exactly how he can make 25K a month directly from it, right? And he's pretty young as well, so that'd be good for him. So if these four systems are done correctly, he will be able to build, launch, and scale his very own online program that he's going to help others with. And exactly these systems and strategies I'm exactly going to show you and exactly what he should do is essentially just a glimpse of what we do for our own clients. Obviously, with our own clients, we go way more in depth, and obviously we can kind of put more thought into it. But exactly these are the kind of systems and strategies we use to be able to get our clients who kind of launch these online programs or these online offers, specifically some information, get to these really good numbers, right? So this is exactly what I want to show you. So first, moving on to the actual account analysis. So seeing exactly his account, his situation, and his niche, and exactly what is the best way and what he should do first to be able to create something that is very successful, right? That's essentially what account analysis is. So as you can see, he has 841,000 followers. This is on TikTok, and I believe on Instagram he has 101,000 followers. So a pretty good, amount of following, obviously, because these are viral kind of videos and mostly just engaging. These obviously our followers are definitely going to buy from him. I think there's a portion of it, but I think a lot of it is just because he went viral, right? So that is to keep in mind. He makes funny and entertaining videos around VFX, which is his skills. He edits pretty well. His account has very good engagement and is often going viral, right? He's getting quickly a lot of followers. His account is very niche specific, so people who are kind of interested in VFX, that kind of thing, and kind of attracts a very targeted audience, right? VFX editing isn't this huge niche, but it's still a pretty big niche, and still a lot of people are interested. And with his account, he has pretty much zero business experience and probably making less than $1K a month, I would suppose. Maybe with his brand deals, making a bit more, making a few $1,000s per month, maybe, but nothing too crazy, right? Not into that 5 figures per month. And all through all that, he's not currently offering anything to his audience specifically. And essentially, these are all really, really good signs. So let's see exactly what he's currently doing in his situation. As I told you before, he has currently no link in bio, so he's not essentially promoting anything, not promoting any affiliate things, not promoting any other companies, but on a few of his posts, he does do brand deals. As you can see with Filmora here, he did a brand deal. He's not selling his own product or offer, nothing like that. It's essentially what I'm trying to do here and trying to fix that for him. So what we'll do is create his very own offer related to his brand, because obviously he's gaining all this traction and not actually selling his own offer and selling his own product rather than just doing brand deals is actually hurting him a lot in terms of revenue, right? So this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to create his own offer for his brand, specifically for him, because again, people follow him for him, and be able to make 25K per month with it, right? This will lead to him being able to make content and help others full time, right? Because he's going to be making all this money very comfortably. And essentially, I'm sure he makes these videos because he likes doing them, but he's going to be able to do this full time and being to live very comfortably with 25K per month, right? So I'll show you the exact step-by-step process on how to create his offer and make money completely for free. I'll show you the exact step-by-step. So step-by-step, First step is the market analysis. So seeing exactly what others in his similar niche are doing and their offers. So in VFX specifically, seeing what exactly others are doing and how he can maybe look at others, look at the competition and see exactly what he can take from others. I think that's a very good thing to do for anybody really starting out with your online program, because again, there's most definitely someone doing that or selling a specific product or an offer in your niche, right? So obviously that we know that he's in the video editing and VFX niche. So I would look at similar VFX creators who have offers, who are actually selling something, and see exactly what they're doing. Because rather than reinventing the wheel and trying to come up from the start, we can kind of just look at what is already successful and not necessarily copy them, but just look at what they're doing, maybe, replicate their systems, right? So here's the next step. Here's what I would do. As you can see, I did a bit of research. I found 3 VFX accounts. So the first one right here, who is selling an online course about specifically how to learn all the skills, and is probably doing very well just because of the engagement, that kind of thing. She has about 100,000 followers. We have Eric here, who has 300,000 followers, so a lot of followers, but he's currently just selling a small digital product and really isn't optimized. So I think there's a lot of work that can be done for him. And then we got another one here, which is Noah, who's not selling anything, right? So he's kind of in the same situation as Oleki, so I wouldn't necessarily copy him, right? So I would look at different, multiple different VFX content creators, see exactly what they're doing, what they're selling, and the type of content. As you can see here, it's really more towards her compared to these other guys where it's really just more about the videos, right? But more specifically, again, analyzing specifically accounts who are actually selling an online program, specifically like her in her case, and has been proven to have results, right? And after market research and getting a better understanding, here's exactly how he should go about building, launching, and scaling it, right? His online offer, right? And all this by following our specific strategies, again, that we use with our clients. And if you are interested in getting our help and the strategies, and having these systems implemented for you, you can DM me on Instagram for that. So offer creation, ideation, the offer creation. So as we can see right here, is his account. To actually come up with the offer, there's multiple things you can do. The first thing I would do is just simply do a story sequence. A lot of people who are big fans of him probably just follow him and see all his stories. So I would ask specifically why they follow him in the first place. Is it because they're intrigued by his videos? Is it because they want to learn VFX? Just to get a bit more understanding exactly why they follow him. What would they want to learn from him? What exactly they're struggling with? Is it, doing specific edits? Is it blowing up on social media? What exactly is it? And if they would be interested in some help directly from him. Just from those questions, that's going to give us a better understanding if this is even worth doing, right? And essentially, also, I would also create them a free guide or free tutorial directly for them. So I would ask them what exactly are they actually interested in, something for free that he can do. And essentially that's going to allow him to not only, build a relationship with them because he's providing something of value, but it will also serve as a lead magnet to capture people's information. That's the email, that's the conversations on Instagram DMs. That's essentially what he's going to be able to do. And that's super important to do that at the start. It's just to test the waters and kind of build a lead list as well. When he does launch, he's going to get a good launch if he builds that correctly. So I would do that as well. And also just to come up with the offer, I would just come up with an offer where he believes he can help people out the best in, right? To create an offer, I think that'd be the best idea for him to do. So talking about the actual details of the program, what is actually going to be inside of it. And essentially this is what is inside the offer, and the actual statement of the offer is like, what is he actually helping people out with? And what does that look like, right? So for him, he needs to identify his offer statement, which is a 1-sentence thing, exactly what he's going to be able to do for people who join his specific program. The offer details, so what's actually included in that kind of thing and the results they can get. And again, clear offer benefits and results from going through the whole thing. So for Lecky, here's exactly what it would look like and what I would essentially do, right? So I'll create a specific offer statement of learn exactly how to make super viral VFX videos like me and have millions of views. If, through the research, we analyzed that his audience really wants more something of to help going viral on social media through the effects, then we would kind of create to that. If it's more about just the actual editing side of things, then obviously this offer statement would kind of change. So I kind of mix both just to give us an idea of what it would look like. So this is the offer statement, but this is essentially what it would be consisted of, right? Here's his program. The first part of it would be the actual course material. So him going over how he actually goes about editing all these videos that he makes would be a super great thing to do for people who are interested, and they're going to be able to learn directly from him. So I would, put these two things inside the course modules, like how to develop the actual skills to be able to edit and do VFX videos just like him. And maybe if he wants to add to it, he can create a specific part of it where you can actually take these videos and be able to get millions of views on social media, right? How to edit it in a specific way to be able to do that. So I would divide the course structure in simple modules and sub-modules, basic course, layout material, and that's how I go about the course material. And he can always add to it, but I would just start with the base thing. People can go through it, maybe give him feedback. But that's what I would start with. And then the other side, I would give also community group access. So anybody who actually joined the program, they can kind of come together and kind of help each other out with their own editing and their own VFX videos. They can get private one-on-one DM for him if he has any questions, if they have any questions. Possible doing in-person events and more. If he still decides to choose that, he can do that. And essentially, this can be just very helpful for people trying to connect with each other and get feedback from him directly, right? And again, if he wants to, he can do coaching extra. So he can do calls if he likes, like live editing sessions if he wants, or offer one-on-one sessions. So kind of, doing something else, upselling people and having him directly help them with their specific edit. So essentially, this is what the actual program would look like. As a above view, right? So sales funnels and hosting platforms, how do we actually get people inside? So the website sales funnel, I kind of went over this in similar other videos, but it contains a VSL, video sales letter, explaining exactly how he's been able to get all these views and also how he's actually able to, kind of edit these videos and all the skills required behind it at the top of the sales page. This is where I would put it. So you get all his skills, specifically talk about his journey and how he's been able to kind of learn from VFX and how he's going to be able to do that specifically for you, entering the program. The copywriting must be done correctly to be effective, to be able to sell. And I would highlight specifically the amazing videos he has done and also the millions of views he's been able to get. So how much views can you actually get from these specific edits? I would do that as well. For the hosting platforms, I would just implement all the course materials inside the platform, set up the community, like I talked about, set up the calls and coaching if he wants to do that, and put everything to his brand to really make it his own, right? So moving on to the marketing side of things, how are we actually going to be able to get people inside his actual online program offer from his content, right? So maybe they're following him on Instagram, TikTok, they're interested in his content, maybe they want to learn from him. How are we actually going to be able to turn those people who are interested into a specific online program that we've built for him, right? And essentially, this is where most people kind of fail and where most people kind of struggle, be able to get people who follow them or have, even if they have a small audience or a big audience, how do they actually get people inside their specific online program and kind of build that interest, right? So for him, marketing strategy, I've kind of went over this specific marketing strategy. It's quite simple. But here it kind of goes. So he has content and he's going to post specifically call to actions within his content to take the next step with them. And specifically that next step is going to be, in his case, I'd probably do like a free VFX tutorial. So if he has a specific video and people want the tutorial, which is what I see in the comments the most, I would just offer them like for free. Maybe it's a YouTube video, maybe it's a guide, but it's just essentially the free tutorial, right? They can get through that. And what's that is going to allow him to do is capture the emails and Instagram profiles of people who are interested, right? So through that, he can do email marketing. Very, very simple. He can say, here's my tutorial, and just provide more value and give insights on, his journey and that kind of thing. And through the Instagram profiles, he's going to start being able to contact people who are engaged in his specific content. So through the email marketing, you can talk about his journey, what you do, and kind of the offer, so his specific program and how he's been able to help others. And that's going to lead directly to offer sales. So within a few emails, you can then pitch those people and convert them into an actual buyer, right? And if not, well, it's fine. They're just going to continue that email sequence. For the people who are in the Instagram DMs, you can directly just have a conversation with them and send them directly to the sales page or a VSL, a video that you made. And then through that, obviously that goes to an offer sell or maybe a free call. Kind of depends of the price of the program, but just maybe a free consultation call. If they want to ask any questions, maybe you can hire someone else to do those. But essentially that's all going to lead to an offer sell. So that's pretty much the marketing side of things. And then when it comes to the content, the CTA, that's a whole different other video, what kind of content to make. But essentially, I would just recommend him to do more reels with voiceovers, maybe explaining this process of VFX skills. Maybe they won't get as many views, but it's going to be targeted views who want to buy. it's going to just make him more money. He can continue making these super viral videos as well, but I think doing both would be a good idea. He think about his journey, and just overall more educational content, and this will get people even more engaged and want to learn more, and ultimately get help directly from him. That's what it's going to allow you to do. So for scaling, really, really simple for the scaling here. Because of all his followers, I wouldn't even start putting money into ads, which I'll go over in a while. Regarding scaling, is simply just putting more effort and creating better and more converting and overall just more content. And like, you should also start branching out to YouTube for maximum reach, right? And again, he's already big on TikTok, so I would kind of start creating YouTube videos and put the focus on there, and exactly maybe free tutorials and that kind of stuff, build through there. Obviously, people are going to go through these social media platforms to the offer, and he's going to make money through that. And moving on to the actual paid scaling. Paid scaling in his case would be simply to launch Instagram ads or follower ads or whatever, just to get more people interested in VFX to his actual page. But again, like, I wouldn't do that just because of all his organic reach. But if we do see that still opportunity in the future, you can definitely do that. But again, that would be more down the line after the organic scaling strategies. So that being said, what is his actual revenue potential from his specific offer? How will he actually be able to make $25K per month? Like I mentioned at the start of the video, and essentially this is through three things. Again, the right audience research, like I've talked about, exactly knowing what he should do in his specific case and looking at others and his competition. The right marketing, so how to actually promote his specific offer, and the right conversion systems, so how to actually get all his followers that follow him into his specific offer, which is probably the most important thing, right? So he should easily be able to convert, let's say, 0.02% of his followers, just because a lot of people follow him, not necessarily to learn from him, but just because they're entertained. So I think that's pretty realistic. Again, that's without any aggressive scaling strategy. If he sells an offer at $500, so for $500, you get absolutely everything he knows about VFX, the community with it, the coaching, which is a pretty fair price. And again, he covers 0.02% of his actual audience. That's 50 people. So again, 500 times 50,000 is $25K per month. That's essentially what he will be able to do. And again, 50 people out of almost 1 million followers that he has, really is quite realistic. And specifically with the right systems put in place, this is definitely what he could be making, right? So he would make around 300K per year from it, which is pretty good. But again, it is to keep in mind with kind of all these programs and these kind of calculations of revenue, that the actual program has to actually deliver good results. This is super important. All the processes have to be set up correctly, and again, the revenue can kind of vary every single month depending on the algorithm and his number of followers and if it goes viral and that kind of thing, right? So if you're someone who is kind of in a similar position as Oleki, we may have a smaller audience than him, but kind of wants to start your own online program, start selling that and making money through that, right? You're looking to build, launch, and scale your online program as a skilled creator, someone who has a skill and kind of is making content online. And getting all these all these systems implemented, done for you, then go to the link below this video. You can watch a qualifying video on our website specifically, and then directly after that, you can book a call if you qualify. So that's for you if you're interested in getting all these systems directly and how we can essentially partner up and, as a done for you service, get all these things implemented to you and build your online program with us. If not, then I'll see you in the other video.